Data privacy? That's a real concern.
In the age of the internet and social media, data privacy has become a prime issue. We've seen it before in major companies like Google and Facebook, where data gets in the wrong hands and there's a breach and people are unhappy. TikTok. It's fun, it's new, it's exciting, it's taking the social media world by storm. But there might be a few data concerns, enough to actually get the government involved. So I met with some friends. We chatted over Zoom, of course, because of the pandemic, but as PR professionals, we talked about TikTok, data privacy concerns, and some steps that they can and probably should take to get on top of this whole scandal that's going on. Here's my conversation with Julia.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more about kind of the situation of what's going on with TikTok?
Yes. So on August 6, 2020, President Donald Trump gave executive orders to ban TikTok, the world-renowned video social media app. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a software company located in China. Since the breaking news, there have been an array of emotions surrounding this major announcement. Media outlets of all sizes, large and small, have taken to television and internet in order to report their findings on this decision and how its removal will potentially affect the American and global cultures.
Could you tell me a little bit more about kind of the importance of media coverage and the importance that the media is actually covering TikTok and everything that's going on?
Yes, so Facebook amounts 2.6 billion monthly visitors, Instagram amounts 1.08 billion monthly visitors, and just 3 cable news sources, Fox, CNN, and MSNBC, rack in more than 8.75 million monthly visitors. The impact and influence trusted networks and media platforms have on Americans is great, to say the least, and it is growing at a rapid pace. Understanding the message being spread through social and news channels is vital to understand the how, the why, and the light in which they're being covered. It is important to note that the media's critique of this decision to ban TikTok is rooted in political bias, and it makes sense because President Donald Trump made the ban. Depending on the outlet's opinion of President Donald Trump and his political decisions during his presidency, their views of the ban will be swayed. While many media outlets profess their desire to remain politically neutral and present unbiased facts and statistics, their news reportings tend to speak louder than their words of intention to be unbiased.
Yeah, awesome. So how about you tell me a little bit more about TikTok's key competitors?
Yes, so according to Forbes, there are 3 major and obvious competitors of TikTok. The major competitors are Like, Byte, and Triller. While all of these social media platforms are based out of different countries, they all center around providing their global audiences video platforms to be able to create, connect, and influence. While all 3 of these platforms are fast growing, it's vital to note that according to Forbes, they are nowhere near stealing TikTok's global throne. Instagram quickly closed the gap between them and TikTok by adding a new addition to their app, which is called Instagram Reels. While Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter may seem to be plausible competitors of TikTok, given that their pool of users are somewhat similar, they do not come near to Like, Byte, and Triller, none of whom, again, are threats to TikTok, even though they are their greatest opponents.
Going back to the whole situation with TikTok and data and privacy, what are kind of some goals that should be attempted to accomplish to kind of build back that trust and loyalty?
Absolutely. So we believe in order for TikTok to not only reconcile, but to secure their audience's loyalty and trust, they need to structure their next steps according to the following 4 goals. 1, become a trusted social media platform. 2, educate on data protection and how TikTok uses their data. 3, garner altruistic public image and corporate structure. And 4, maintain and acquire new competitive edges.
So Julia just gave us a rundown of the PR situation as a whole. She talked about the competitors as well, and even how the media has been interacting with TikTok. The next conversation I had was with Trevor, who's going to tell us a little bit more about TikTok and their main publics.
Could you tell us a little bit more about TikTok and kind of their key publics?
Perfect. Yeah. So TikTok's key public is really 14 to 24-year-olds. And this makes up about 41% of all their user base. Comparatively, Instagram has only 30% of their user base in this same demographic. So this means that TikTok really has a large grip on the Generation Z and lower age groups, whereas other social medias haven't been able to hone into that age group as much as TikTok has been.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So can you tell me more about kind of globally the effect TikTok has?
Yeah, so TikTok is available in 155 countries worldwide, and the most popular was India with 600 million downloads before the ban. Second was China with almost 200 million downloads. And then third is the United States with 165 million downloads.
So, talking about kind of the average TikTok user, what does that look like? What does the average TikToker user do?
So the average TikToker spends about 52 minutes a day on the app. And TikTok itself is actually one of the highest engaged apps of any social media, with 68% of users watching a video, 63% like somebody else's video, and 55% upload a video themselves within this last month.
With TikTok and the whole scandal and everything that's going on with them, a few different scandals, but definitely it being such a large privacy concern, how is TikTok, not as a company, but more how are users responding to this privacy concern?
Yeah, so users on a pretty wide basis haven't seen too concerned with data concerns overall. Dixie D'Amelio, one of the most popular creators on the app, said in an interview, "I don't really care about data. I don't think anybody cares about data." In regards to concerns over TikTok possibly taking data. And there's been other TikTok users who have said, so TikTok is an issue for concern, but a global pandemic is not. So TikTok users pretty much far and wide don't seem to be overwhelmingly concerned about data issues as much as they are upset that TikTok seems to be such an issue for the president, whereas other issues such as COVID are not.
Wow, yeah. And do you think this is perhaps due to the age group, them being a younger demographic?
I do. I think with such a young demographic, the demographic of 14 to 24-year-olds have been so involved in social media and data throughout their whole lives that data concerns don't really seem to be such a big issue because this is a world we have always been involved in.
So with TikTok being a younger demographic and like 14 to 24, like you said, and I know that it's been brought up before about parents playing a big role in this, are they more inclined to these privacy concerns and such?
Yeah, so with such a young demographic, the 14 to 24-year-olds, even really the 13 to 17-year-olds, what the big backlash has been is from parents. A popular parenting website, parents.com, actually released an article talking about data concerns with TikTok, and there has been petitions signed by hundreds of thousands of parents for TikTok to increase data protection for younger users. And in response to these early concerns, TikTok actually released a limited app experience for users under the age of 13 so that they could still experience the app, but in a much safer way.
Looking at TikTok's younger demographic being kind of their main audience, and them not caring as much about the data concerns, data privacy, what is kind of their behaviors, what are there patterns that can be found in those kinds of things?
Yeah, so the Francis Academic Press actually conducted an academic research study on TikTok users on their behaviors, identity, and motivations. And what they found in their behaviors is three things: that TikTok users are popular culture producers, and this comes a variety of ways, mostly through producing videos, and they're popular culture disseminators. And what this means is that they are actually providing popular culture to different outlets through sharing videos on different social medias and sharing it to their friends through text messages. And the final way is users as popular culture consumers. So through TikTok, they're actually consuming a lot of popular culture and important news. So the users are feeling more connected to the app and the users within the app through these three things. And then the second breakdown within this academic study was the motivations of TikTok users. And they found three motivations, the first being entertainment pursuit and self-expression. And then the researchers found that TikTok provides users with a great opportunity to express themselves within such a loving community, as so many of the TikTok popular creators have said. TikTok's decentralized platform allows users to see exactly what they want to see. The second is following the trend of social intercourse. So this means that as TikTok has begun to get more popular, more users have flocked to TikTok to follow the popular social norm of TikTok. And the last is obtaining benefits and consuming commodities. What this is users are consuming content that provides a commercial value to them, and it provides a value to their entertainment and to their social interactions. So whereas other social media, you don't feel so connected with other users, TikTok provides a platform that allows users to feel connected with each other. So the final breakdown of this study was the identity of TikTok users. And the first one they found is self-identity. Through the making of videos and consuming of videos, the researchers found that the users were gaining self-identity through this and beginning to feel a stronger sense of oneself. The second is group identity. Through TikTok's algorithm, the users find themselves within these niche groups in TikTok. So they began to form friendships both online and in person with these groups. And it's all because of that algorithm that kind of puts them all together in groups. And the last one was cultural identity. And this is a big reason of TikTok's big popularity with users 24 and under. It kind of provides the app feeling like it's a Gen Z zone. It's something many popular creators have said, that they feel like this app is created and cultivated for Gen Z, and that it's a younger app, and that's why they love it, is because there's not older audiences on it, and it's all for Gen Z, and it's their app. And that has provided the culture identity for this app. And from the study, what was found was that users feel so connected to TikTok and they receive so much from the app itself that they aren't concerned about the data privacy, because the pros for them outweigh any of the cons that could happen from data privacy concerns.
TikTok has often been considered an overnight sensation and overnight success, which is pretty accurate considering they're a very new company. Amber's going to talk to us a little bit more about the organization's history and background.
So TikTok is one of the products and services under ByteDance, and it is owned and operated by ByteDance as well. So for the ByteDance, it is a Chinese internet technology company. So before TikTok was begun, Douyin was kind of start in China first. So like once Douyin launched, it was an impressive product for like with millions of users. So like ByteDance CEO like plan on Douyin to like expand on global scale. So here comes to TikTok. So on August 2018, TikTok became worldwide, available including the United States. So once TikTok launched, I could say like it rapidly expanded the popularity on its users. And even in 3 years since the launch, TikTok has 800 million users, like active users worldwide. As you can see the figure, TikTok revealed its monthly active users have grown nearly 800% since January 2018, when the application was used by about 11 million Americans. And according to the data from app intelligence firm Sensor Tower, the installation of TikTok was the most downloaded app on Apple's App Store in 2018 and 2019, and even surpassing Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So TikTok has been like downloaded more than 18 million times in the United States and has reached 2 billion downloads worldwide.
Wow. I didn't actually know that. That's amazing. So what would you say are some of TikTok's strengths and weaknesses as the huge company that they are?
Yeah, so TikTok actually is a global company, and they do have strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So here's a SWOT analysis. So for the strength, TikTok is one of the most popular short videos platforms for the users. And TikTok is very active, targeting young people with a lot of activities. So their special effects and music category are very cool and fresh, which meet the demand of people. And also like the technology of algorithm can quickly capture the accurate posture of the human body. So, but it also could be one of the weaknesses for the users. So since TikTok has algorithm technology and it will frequently show users' favorite videos, but users may have lost interest in the content due to similarity. But for the opportunity to the TikTok, as you know, with the development of big data technology, text and picture form of social demands is not satisfying with users. So it is shifting and upgrading from text to visual videos. And TikTok is really a good example, like showing short videos for the most people. Besides that, with the mature of the technology environment, the users can have an excellent and convincing experience that they can access anytime and anywhere when they're using the internet. But one of the threats for the TikTok could be like other organizations may also begin to develop their own short video platforms because the market of short video is rising. And could be one of the visible threats to the TikTok. And another threat for TikTok would be like India, the country is blocked by the TikTok, which the users cannot upload and watch the videos. So it caused TikTok lose the users in worse circumstances.
Organizations and individuals alike, I think it's really important for everyone to learn from their past mistakes. TikTok as an organization has been involved in some scandals in the past, and they have a long way to go. But I think looking at some of those scandals and seeing what they can do better and how they can proceed can help that a lot. Jenna's going to talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I covered the scandal section for TikTok. So I kind of went over the ban. So we saw that Trump had released that, they were expecting to put a ban on TikTok. We saw that in India. So TikTok has completely gone over there. So Trump had put that out saying that there's a possibility going to be a ban for TikTok in the US. And the people obviously got scared. TikTok had responded on their website, kind of responding in a direction saying that they expect to keep going, that they are going to make those changes in order to keep the app up and running. So Trump had asked for a acquisition proposal, trying to figure out who wants to take over, because ByteDance is the owner of TikTok. So they were Trump was trying to match Microsoft with TikTok, so Microsoft would buy out ByteDance. So he put out the acquisition proposal, but ByteDance had actually declined that offer with Microsoft, which was very surprising, and they actually went with Oracle. So Oracle had bought out ByteDance, TikTok. And then another scandal we saw was there was a $5 billion education fund that came out of that Trump had, Trump had asked for, but ByteDance was was blindsided by that. They didn't know that there was going to be a $5 billion education fund coming from the proposal with Oracle. The main donors for Oracle are donors for Trump's campaign, so it was interesting. So TikTok didn't know that $5 billion from that whole deal with Oracle is going towards this educational fund. Anyway, so that was one of the scandals. Another one was there in Australia, in Melbourne, a couple girls in a car, and they were underage of the limit of driving. And it was maybe 3 girls in the car, and they were filming a TikTok. But so they were filming TikTok laughing, it's all fun and games, but it posted, went viral. And then the school was being sued for, because they were in their uniforms. So that was like a big thing, they were wearing their uniforms. They're like kind of representing the school in a way. So the school got in trouble because they were underage, but then the school had responded back by saying that they claimed that there was a supervisor in the car, like someone that was like old enough that was supervising the car, and the underage girls in the car. So it kind of changed from the perspective of like the school being sued to kind of up to the family. But that was another scandal that happened with TikTok, really got them in trouble, was kind of like allowing these, which goes into my next scandal, which is about the age limit of TikTok. The youngest age you can sign up to be on TikTok is 13 years old, but that they don't enforce that. We've found that there's a lot of people of any age, way younger than that, that can easily make an account. They don't go through any procedures that are, like making sure that you are of that age, of 13 or older. So that kind of goes into the whole, I read an article talking about how TikTok kind of is breeding like pedophiles. So that is another big thing that TikTok is seeing, is parents are very, cautious and worried for the children. Is it's TikTok is a lot of dancing, a lot of, movement, and these young kids are doing, these interesting dances and catching the eyes of these pedophiles, and really getting the DMs in there, direct messages from these pedophiles to these young children. That's really affecting kind of the trust that people are having with TikTok. There's a lack of trust right now with TikTok, and the whole invasion of privacy with China. There's talk that I read an article talking about this woman who had created an account on TikTok, but never made anything, never published any videos or anything. But she noticed that when she got back on, like months later, that it was kind of up and like her account was up and running, and it was interesting because she had never touched it. So there's just talk of a lot of China kind of taking the personal information of users of TikTok and kind of getting that information for whatever they're trying to do. So those are kind of the scandals.
Yeah. So with all of those scandals and everything, what does that look like for kind of like like building out an agenda almost for TikTok, and what would that look like? Kind of steps they could take?
Yeah. We looked at theories that we think can help with TikTok and what can move them in a better direction to kind of get that trust back, take better steps to try and change their app that will make people feel safe, and parents and users. So we looked at the agenda building theory, which kind of talks about just kind of flooding the media with just a bunch of news sources. So either press releases, articles out in the news things, just everywhere, trying to catch the attention of TikTok's audience, really focusing on them and what's going to attract them. So just flooding the media with all that so that it can change their focus of the past and kind of into something new, and kind of be like, okay, I can trust them again. I see that they're putting effort into making changes and changing the way that TikTok really runs. So that would be agenda building theory.
Yeah, definitely. And so what are some, hopefully, I mean, obviously building trust, like you've mentioned, what are some expected outcomes of applying these theories?
Yeah. So some expected outcomes that we expect to see is, definitely that trust being built, that connection between the users and, TikTok as a company, because TikTok is such a big, app right now. Like so many people are using it globally. People are so invested. So I think, just building that connection back, that relationship back with, the people. One thing that we want to see with TikTok is, what we expect to do is do a collaboration with FBI and the NSA to go over data protection and data protocol with TikTok, and kind of make it fun. How TikTok is, presented to like the people is, TikTok's a very creative source that you can, make things fun. So we thought that it would be a really good idea to collab with the FBI or NSA to kind of make like maybe a little TikTok video of going over, data protection that people can do so that they can feel safer. So just kind of giving them like little tips, how they can go about creating their profile, in a more safe way. So in the grand scheme of things, when we look back at TikTok and what we want to see it, thrive in the future and grow even more than it already is, it's just kind of getting that trust back from their audience, from their users, and working with, the FBI. Our idea of working with, getting that data protection protocol to the public and make them feel safe.
So we've talked about the situation as a whole. We've given some background on TikTok, and we talked about their competitors and their publics and even similar scandals. So the last question is kind of, where do we go from here? Bridget's going to tell us a little bit more about that and give us some step-by-steps in order to get TikTok back on their feet.
So what we have surrounding TikTok is a breach of trust. And TikTok is by no means the first social media platform to undergo a scandal concerning data privacy. There have been a number of social media businesses who have run into problems surrounding the privacy of their users, in which various governments have gotten involved. And they're at the root of all of these data and privacy scandals. There's an underlying theme of a loss of trust. And the social media businesses who rely solely on the public have lost the trust of their lifeblood. And TikTok has much to gain by studying how other organizations have handled similar scandals. So one of the arguably most infamous scandals to have occurred in the past 10 years was Facebook's Cambridge Analytica scandal. On March 17th, 2018, it was discovered that Facebook had been involved with a British-owned voter profiling company named Cambridge Analytica, who was harvesting data from over 87 million users in order to form voting profiles. Facebook did not disclose this information to its users or to the government. Even though Cambridge Analytica was mainly centered around Facebook, it was such a massive breach that it affected many other social media platforms. A study conducted by Business Insider showed that 37% of US consumers said that they did not trust any social media company to protect their data. It is in the wake of Cambridge Analytica that TikTok entered into the scene. Users of social media platforms no longer trust the platforms to protect their interests, and the bar for recovering trust is high. However, by looking at Facebook and other similar scandals, TikTok can emerge from this scandal in partnership with their public.
So, like Facebook, how can TikTok, kind of like you were mentioning, emerge from this scandal well, unscathed, and even thriving as they move forward?
We have created 4 goals for TikTok moving forward. Become a trusted social media platform, educate on data protection, garner an altruistic public image and corporate structure, and maintain and create new competitive edges. There are 3 main audiences that these goals are being achieved for: government officials, TikTok users, and the parents of younger TikTok users. In order to achieve these goals, several strategies must be employed, starting with the goal to become a trusted social media platform. In order to achieve this, we advise that a task force be commissioned in every major country where TikTok is present in order to keep up with the shifting political structures and ensure that all local laws are being followed. We would also advise that TikTok communicate openly about the new deal with the American company Oracle, with press releases, emails, and fun videos being released to show the overwhelming positive nature of the deal. The third strategy is to enhance the security of the app in regards to inappropriate content, age limits, and privacy policies by employing a task force to manually go through flagged content and to practice organizational listening, hearing the concerns of the users and the parents of younger users, and advocating for those who may be exploited by the app. The next goal is to educate on data protection. One of the strategies we recommend in order to accomplish this goal would be to form a partnership with the National Security Agency to educate people on data protection through a series of collaborative interviews, TikTok videos, and articles of top tips on how to protect your data, ensuring that messages of security, reliability, and care for users come through. The next strategy would be to release a series of TikTok videos on data protection called Who Actually Reads the Disclosure Agreement, highlighting the top areas of interest in TikTok's user agreement. We also believe that it is important for TikTok to garner a public image that sends the message that the organization cares for the public and is concerned with the greater good. The first step towards this would be to run a TikTok Gives Back campaign, partnering with the nonprofit No Kid Hungry, releasing a series of powerful, engaging TikToks that show the need for and the work that No Kid Hungry is doing amidst the COVID-19 crisis. Another strategy is to make a TikTok dance challenge partnered with the major company CVS Health, Dancing with the Stars, and International Arts and Artists. For this campaign, TikTok would release a dance that is made by the season's winner of Dancing with the Stars. For every video that is made, including the dance and the hashtag, CVS and TikTok will donate $1 to the international nonprofit arts and service organization International Arts and Artists, whose goal is to promote cross-cultural diversity through arts, supporting artists who have been affected by COVID-19. Lastly, we would recommend that TikTok promote mental health through a series of informational and fun videos, partnering with celebrities and releasing tips for healthy coping strategies as we navigate a world in the middle of a pandemic. Along with this, a weekly Mood Boost Thursday video would be shared by TikTok, in which a video is selected from a TikTok user who used the hashtag Mood Boost Thursday on their video. One of the most positive and uplifting videos would be selected every week and shared on TikTok's profile. Lastly, steps must be taken in order to maintain and acquire new competitive edges. The first step to accomplish this would be to employ organizational listening, finding features that TikTok users have been most asking for and find ways to meet those needs, such as a feature that would allow users to move to a certain place in a video or allow people to share videos via text with greater ease. We also recommend that TikTok implement new features, such as allowing users to search saved videos based upon keywords, songs, or hashtags, and to release a wider variety of TikTok templates available for creators. Through these strategies, we believe that these goals can be accomplished, and TikTok can exit this scandal with a greater trust from the public than when they entered.
So there you have it. Data privacy is a big deal. It matters a lot. Yeah, TikTok messed up. They made a mistake. Every organization goes through ups and downs that they have to learn how to navigate and make up for mistakes that they will inevitably make. Using some of the tactics and strategies that we suggested as a team, we think TikTok can be right back on the right path in no time. After all, they're TikTok.